The Yuuzhan Vong were a species from outside of the known Star Wars galaxy which launched an invasion of the galaxy in 25 ABY and kicked off the Yuuzhan Vong War, which was a galaxy-wide conflict and lasted until 29 ABY, which witnessed the New Republic and Galactic Empire fighting together against the outside invaders. In this video, I'll be covering the Yuuzhan Vong encounters before this war began. The first Yuuzhan Vong scout party entered the galaxy during the Old Republic era after Exar Kun had come to power. However, at least one scout ship had made it into wild space where it was attacked by Mandalorian Neo-Crusaders while the Yuuzhan Vong world ship was disguised as an asteroid. Once the outer layer was melted, the world ship opened up a hail of plasma blaster bolt fire, which melted through Mandalorian armor. First contact with the extragalactic invaders took place in 3963 BBY. The Yuuzhan Vong fled and were pursued by the Mandalorians to the edge of the galaxy, where the Mandalorians had decided that it would be suicide to attempt a trek into the void where the Yuuzhan Vong had disappeared through. Thousands of years later, in 33 BBY, a Yuuzhan Vong warrior had ended up captured on the Outer Rim prison colony of Cog Hive 7, regularly engaging in gladiatorial fights with other inmates and becoming the undefeated champion until being pitted against Darth Maul and being killed. Shortly after the events of the Phantom Menace and the invasion of Naboo, the Yuuzhan Vong attempted to colonize the planet of Zonama, but after the biosphere killed the Vong and their fauna, they naturally assaulted the planet and captured Jedi Knight Vergir, who agreed to travel with the Vong in exchange for their withdrawal into the unknown regions. Later on, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker would investigate Vergir's mysterious disappearance on the planet, where they'd only discovered that an unknown biotech-based species had attacked from a distant planet as none of the inhabitants had ever seen anything like the Vong. During the Outbound Flight project in 27 ABY, Palpatine was aware of the presence of the Yuuzhan Vong and that there was a Vong fleet in the pathway of the Outbound Flight's planned journey into the unknown regions. The Outbound Flight is such an interesting story with many different angles to it. Jorah Sabaoth had wanted to use the flight to colonize planets for the Jedi and to have a society of Force sensitives. Palpatine kind of just wanted to kill the 20 Jedi aboard and then also saw stopping the Yuuzhan Vong encounter as a bonus. Then there's Thrawn, who wanted to prevent contact between the Vong and the outbound flight, to prevent the Vong from learning of the galaxy's technology and personalities. Also, in 27 BBY, there was a battle between the Chiss Defense Fleet and a small Yuuzhan Vong recon fleet, which was destroyed by the Chiss. In the period between 27 and 22 BBY, the Chiss believed that the Vong had also made an alliance with the Vagari, who were a brutal slaver species. In 25 BBY, the Vong established an outpost on the outer world rim planet of Bimil. During the Clone Wars, the Yuuzhan Vong had a scouting party witness a battle between the Republic and Separatists where they kidnapped members of both belligerents to interrogate, torture, and probe for weaknesses. The scouting party was attempting to determine the strength of the galaxy and abducted at least one Jedi to learn about the Jedi Order and their strength. It's unconfirmed if Clone Commando Gregor was someone who was kidnapped by the Vong and escaped, which might have been why he was a little crazy after the Clone Wars, but that is unconfirmed. After this attack, some members of the Republic worked to sweep the incident under the rug on Palpatine's orders to prevent word of the Vong from getting out to the public. Another possible incident of the Vong during the Clone Wars was likely the Battle of Drayton, where all combatants mysteriously disappeared. There were other encounters and incidences such as this, but you get the picture. During the Age of the Empire, Palpatine made vague references to wanting to protect the galaxy from far outsiders to justify his increased naval spending and presence. Additionally, Grand Admiral Teshik had visions of the Yuuzhan Vong War and other conflicts when he was blasted into space in a very near-death experience where Palpatine had sent him on a suicide mission to attack the Hapans. During the Age of the Empire, the Yuuzhan Vong remained relatively quiet about incursions. However, this would change after the defeat of the Dark Empire in the post-Endor era. 11 years after the Battle of Yavin, the Yuuzhan Vong infiltrated the Imperial Interim Council where Nomenor manipulated its leader, Xandel Carvius, into killing other members of the council and further fracturing the Imperial remnant. The Vong also manipulated the Si Ruvi Imperium's internal politics as well as installing their own agents in high-ranking positions in the Imperium to cause chaos and to prepare for more cases of disorder and chaos during the Yuuzhan Vong War's pre-invasion period. Did you know about these Yuuzhan Vong encounters before this video? What other parts of Star Wars lore should I cover? Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.